Hi there. How can someone plan for and even cope with high cost of living? Guys, world over, we have seen economies continue to strain, more so in the recent months. Even some of them have been hit by very high inflation. Even some have been on the brink of getting into recession. That tells you the cost of living in these particular places has been skyrocketing day in, day out. With that, how best can you prepare for high cost of living? And by the way, when we talk about high cost of living, we're essentially saying the price of basic commodities out there are increasing by the day. Talk about, for example, things like fuel, things like, for example, basic of foodstuffs out there, things like, for example, government going hard on taxes and so forth. All these are causing strain to people, in effect, causing high cost of living. And even some economies out there, they have reached the brink of recession. In other words, the economy of the GDP reducing in subsequent quarters. This tells you sometimes things can get very dire, and with that it tells you at the same level of earning or even at the same level of you making the money you are making before, life is going to continue being strenuous. And unfortunately, even such kind of conditions out there, such kind of trends in the economy, a good number of people out there lose their jobs. Reason being, businesses cannot be able to continue sustaining employments because they are also by themselves straining. That's why I'm making this video to share with you 5 tips you can look to jump into or utilize for you to be able to prepare for recession and, most importantly, cope with recession or even high cost of living. You are all much welcome to the Money Daily YouTube channel. My name is Afagza Sifuna. And by the way, if you love videos around personal finance, investing, business ideas, remember to subscribe to this channel. Subscribe because I'm out here bringing you such awesome videos each and every day. And also, you'll still add it. I'd appreciate you liking this video. Thanks for that. Having said that, how exactly can you go about preparing for high cost of living or even so adopting such situations? First things first, guys, you need to budget. You need to budget and, most importantly, live within your means. What do I mean? Guys, sometimes out here, someone could think, for example, they don't have sufficient money. No one out there ever have sufficient money. The most important thing you can do with your money is planning for how you're going to be able to utilize your money. In other words, what portion of your money is going towards sorting your expenses, okay? What portion is going towards sorting liabilities? What portion is going towards buying assets or even investing? If you don't plan your money, it's going to mean you're going to end up mismanaging your money. That's why having a budget is going to assist you live within your means, and also is going to assist you ensure you keep your expenses in check. Because you can be out there, for example, living large and yet you earning little amount of money. And even by the day, you continue to live large and yet you're not increasing your income. That isn't how it works. And then the second way you can prepare for such trends in the economy is you starting to save early. Guys, I'm pretty sure by now you know I'm not really pro saving, I'm more pro investing. But it is inevitable for you to save too, because you need to save for rainy days. You need to save for when you're gonna need this money. And that tells you the earlier you start saving, the better you're gonna be preparing for you to cope with high cost of living. And I'm saying so because think about it. For example, you're out there earning 100,000 Kenya shillings each and every month. You out there consuming all this amount of money. You aren't even investing. You aren't saving. Guys, you are doing a great injustice to yourself. And I'm saying so because once the rain is going to start raining, things are going to be difficult for you. Reason being, you won't have a safety net, which you're going to be able to tap into for you to be able to also at least alleviate the situation that is going to be at a particular point in time. That's why you need to start saving early. And you might be wondering, maybe saving is difficult. Yes, it's difficult. It isn't easy for anyone out there, but saving is a habit which you develop over time. And simple things like, for example, automating transfers to your savings account. For example, having a piggy bank in your home whereby you'll be dropping coins or even dropping notes regularly. These are simple ways through which you can be able to save money. It doesn't have to be complicated. You can make it fun, but also ensure you save over time. And then the third tip for how best you can prepare for such trends in the economy or even cope with them is you moving to a less expensive place. Thinking about rent you are paying out there. In case you are paying expensive rent and things are getting more strenuous and more strenuous in the economy, you aren't able to scale up your incomes or the monies you're getting in, don't be fixated. Be open-minded to moving to even a less expensive place out there. As long as you are having a roof on your head, as long as you continue to eat healthy, as long as you still having those ambition of making money in the ways you think you can make money, why not move to a less expensive place? Of course, people out here, for example, have peer pressure with regards to what will people think, with regards to what will they say about me. No one gives a damn. Live your life. Whether you move, for example, from Runda to go to a single room out there, you are the one who knows what you are doing, okay? And you are doing that to ensure you safeguard yourself against the stresses which come with financial strain. Safeguard yourself from these pressures out there is very important because, guys, ultimately, you are in charge of your life. And if you can't take charge in such situations, you're going to end up pleasing people out there and you are the one who's suffering. So, if it calls for it, move to a less expensive place and be sure everything is gonna be okay. But ultimately, you're gonna find a way of working around it, and even so, maybe come back to an expensive place you are living in before. But in such constraints in the economy, ensure you are adopting, okay? And then the fourth way you can prepare for, and most importantly, survive during such kind of situations, high inflation in the economy, recession, is, guys, having side hustles. Having side hustles and even tapping into part-time jobs is one of the ways you can look to utilize your talents, utilize your abilities, or even so, utilize anything you're curious about for you to be able to make extra amount of money. And by the way, extra money is the best way for you to be able to cope with high cost of living. Because you're talking about at the standard rate of your earning or even at your salary level, life is continuing to become difficult. So the best you can do for yourself is actually to tap into these other venues like side hustles, like part-time jobs, for you to be able to make an extra amount of income. And by the way, an extra shilling, whichever the amount of extra shilling you're making, goes a long way in assisting you elevate the situation and even so build your future in a better way. Okay? And then the fifth way you can look to deal with high cost of living or even inflation is you tapping into any existing help out there. I'm saying so because governments out there also have schemes through which they help individuals out there. For example, we saw maybe during COVID, we had that particular stimulus from government, that particular support from government. If things are very tough, don't be ashamed. Tap into any existing help. Is going to go a long way in assisting you cope with the situation as you're thinking or even as you're working towards bouncing back. Guys, those are the 5 ways you can be able to prepare for and most importantly, cope with high cost of living. Whichever tip I've given you and even other tips out there, you need to understand that all these are anchored on very simple tenets. Regardless of the tip you use, you need to be a hardworking person. You need to have belief in yourself that things are going to be okay, and then just go all out there to ensure you are doing what you're supposed to do in the best way you can. And ultimately, things are going to pan out well for you. Guys, those are some of the ways you need to cope with high cost of living and even so prepare for such eventualities in future. Which tip you do think I've forgotten? If there's any additional tip out there you think I've forgotten, share me in the comment section down below. Let's continue engaging in the comment section. Cheers, guys. I really appreciate you watching this video and look forward to sharing with you other awesome videos around making money, personal finance, business next time. Cheers, guys, and catch up on the next video. Bye-bye.